All right, good evening, everyone. 6:15, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Get everybody coming out. So we can call this meeting to order.
Okay, and the time is 6:15. Roll call. Okay. Trustee Gonzalez.
Present.
Trustee Darlene Gray Everett. Trustee Carmen Carlisle. Present. Trustee Stephanie Wiedeman.
Present.
Supervisor Tiffany Henyard.
All right, if we could rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to make a motion
Better be
to
there.
nominate Chris for Supervisor Pro Tem.
I'll second. Trustee Wiedeman.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett. Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed.
All right. Sorry, was I a little ahead of it? Going to be starting the meeting?
Nope, not at all.
You guys nodded. Thank you. Okay, we could continue. Under the next item, we have approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from January 14th. Can I do them all together? I can read them together?
Yes, you can. You can do an omnibus motion to approve all three meeting minutes.
Okay. So I would like to approve the meetings from January 14th, the special meeting February 6th, and the regular board meeting for February 11th.
Second.
Any discussion?
Say roll call.
Call the roll, please.
Trustee Wiedeman.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett. Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed.
All right, next item is approval of bills. Is there a motion to approve?
I would like to make a motion to approve the bills excluding item 186, 187 through 188, 189, 190 through 192, 194, and 195 through 197.
I would second that.
All right, any discussion? Please call the roll.
Oh, hold on, Lorena, because I do have a little discussion. For two of these, the JM sales and the OK trading, I saw Robert come in here. Can we not put these on anymore? These were for the Christmas gifts, correct?
I think so. I can just double check. I can
Okay.
get the, you want me to print the invoices out right now?
No, I'm pretty sure, because we've looked at it before, but I mean, this is $66,000 that we keep pulling, and Christmas is well past, and I can't anticipate that, you know, these would be necessary right now. So if we could just remove these from the list moving forward, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I definitely think maybe the attorney can address how the board can maybe vote to permanently remove these and then just do, I'm not sure, that'd be more of a legal
Okay.
how to not have these bills appear.
Okay, but nothing has been purchased, correct?
Nothing has been purchased. This is requesting approval.
Okay.
For Christmas.
Is there a way we could do that, attorney? You couldn't hear him. He said,
I actually was just going to say I can't hear anything that Mr. Director Hunt is saying. If when somebody's speaking, if we can have them speak into the microphone so I could hear it. But what was Director Hunt saying as it related to the Christmas gift stuff?
he just asked if there was a way that we can vote to keep these off the bills list. They've been put on since Christmas. We voted no, at least every time I've been here, clearly before me too. Yet they keep getting added. Nothing has been purchased yet. They're just adding them as a pre-approval, I suppose, but Is there a way to just remove them so we don't have to keep pulling them out ourselves?
I mean, I would suggest making a motion to have those items permanently removed from the bill listing.
Okay. Would that be separate from what we're doing right now?
Yes, I would do, yes, I would suggest you guys vote to approve the bill list as amended, as I just stated the amendment, then once that vote is done, a separate motion to permanently remove those items from the bill listing.
Okay.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Should I do the motion now or after all the bills are paid?
If it relates to this
General fund?
specific type of, this specific fund, I would suggest just doing it now.
Okay, I would like to make a motion to remove JM Sales for $46,450 and OKK Trading for $20,520.90. Permanently from the bills list.
I second that motion.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Is there a motion to approve general assistance fund bills?
I like to make a motion to approve the general fund bills excluding 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
General assistance.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, general fund.
I'm sorry, general assistance bills, yes.
Okay.
Was there a second? I'll second.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
All right, item 3, is there a motion to approve road and bridge fund?
I'll make a motion to approve Road and Bridge. To approve Road and Bridge.
Second.
Roll call. Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
All right, next item, under old business, item 1, adopt 2024-2025 budget and appropriation ordinance 25-001 for Thornton Township General Assistance Fund. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'm just glad it's moving.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Can we have a little discussion?
Oh, I'm sorry,
I just,
discussion.
yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to, just for the public, so the budget that we're approving, the year's over. It ended at the end of February. The numbers that we're approving, Robert, can we post this one we have in here online?
It is posted online.
The one with the actuals?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're approving is the actual spent. So there's no
But pre-audit actuals.
pre-audited actuals. But there's no guessing, the numbers are fairly accurate. So I just want to make sure that the public knows that what we're approving in the previous year is what has been spent. So nothing more, nothing less.
Any more discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Item 2, under old business, adopt 2024-2025 budget and appropriation ordinance 25-002 for Thornton Township General Fund. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Right, any discussion? Basically the same, though,
Same
correct?
thing, yep.
So it's the same as we did with the previous. Right. Roll, please.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
All right, item 3, under old business, approval of supervisor's 100% property tax refund for all homeowners of Thornton Township. Is there a motion?
There is no motion.
No motion.
Move on from that.
Okay. All right. All right, she said,
So item, just go forward, or item dies, or?
we go forward.
The item dies, or if the board,
Yeah, that can go.
can also make a motion to remove this from the agenda.
Yeah. I would like to make a motion to remove the supervisor's 100% property tax refund from the agenda permanently.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
All right. Item 4 under old business, approval of bonuses for all Thornton Township employees. Is there a motion?
Do we have to have a motion to discuss? A motion to discuss, right?
We can't hear you, Attorney, we can't hear you.
We can table it. We can table it 'cause we have a motion. And it's not something that you want to dismiss right away.
She's calling you, attorney.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, so I was saying that they can do a motion for discussion.
I'll motion for discussion purposes.
I'll second. So I just,
Trustee Carlisle?
Oh, we want to have discussion.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to address the employees. I know that this has been an ongoing thing, and I recognize the hard work that everybody employed here does, and I don't want people to think that goes unnoticed. However, the year did end in February, and that being said, for the previous year, there's really not much that we can do as a board here. So I know that this is tough for the people that have been to work every day and doing their job. And, my hope moving forward is that, things improve. But right now, there's, just not much that the board here can do right now. So although we appreciate you guys and we see the hard work you're doing, we're just kind of in a position where, there's not much that we can do right now.
So what motion are you making on this? Just to,
Well, we just have to take a vote, right? Yeah.
So you, at this, oh, can you guys hear me through the regular audio now?
No, we hear you. I think we hear you on the phone still.
Oh, okay. What I was gonna say is that you guys could do a motion to either table this item, or you can do a motion to permanently remove this item from the agenda, or you can do a motion to approve. So those are the three options that you have.
So tabling it wouldn't be productive, right? Because, the previous year is over. It would have to be included in the upcoming budget. There's not much,
Yes.
right? So,
Yes.
tabling it at this point wouldn't, there's nothing we could do the next meeting either, right?
Correct.
Right.
Correct. So I think probably based upon the discussion that was had, I think probably the best motion is to do a motion to permanently remove the item from the agenda.
And at a later time, if there's something along the same lines that needs to be voted on, we can bring that up in a different motion. Line item motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and just to be clear, this is as it relates to the 24-25 fiscal year.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we had a motion and a second, correct? But now we're going to,
For discussion, right?
For
for
discussion.
discussion.
For discussion, so you need a new motion.
Right.
Okay, correct. Okay.
I'll make a motion to permanently remove the bonuses for all Thornton Township employees.
I would specify in that motion for the 24-25 fiscal
There
year.
you go.
You want me to say the whole thing over or just the 24-25 year is fine?
Whole time.
Clerk, what would you prefer?
To say it all.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to permanently remove all bonuses for the Thornton Township employees for the fiscal year 2025. Is that sufficient? Okay.
I'll second.
Take a roll.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
All right, next item is resolution, proclamations, and ordinances. Item 1, approve resolution 25-R-001, authorizing Thornton Township participation in the 2025 program year Cook County Community Development Block Grant Program.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
So just for the public, these grants are specifically for road and bridge. So I think we have people that could speak on this more, but I believe the block grant is for the roads. There are still some roads that need repairing. So I believe that's what that one will be for. Is that the one where, yeah, that's the one we're on. So I just wanted to be clear that this isn't anything that's gonna go towards general fund, nothing that would be, you know, any new buildings here, but this is specifically for road and bridge. Is now the time?
We have someone here that can speak on the grant. Should we wait until we talk about the second grant, or should he come and speak about this particular one now?
I would suggest that he can come speak on it now because he can speak on this item first, and then he should speak on the second item, the invest in Cook item when that item's up. So right now you guys have, I believe there was a motion and a second on this, so it is up for discussion, so you could have whatever individual is there step up to the microphone and speak on it.
So have a quick good evening. My name is Adolphus Kindle. Department of Transportation, Special Assistant with County Board President Toni Preckwinkle. The CBG grant is a federal grant that flows through the county, of which the Thornton Township applies to use the funds in what we would consider to be low to moderate income areas where you have improvements that need to be done on roads and or sidewalks or related kind of services. And it's something that we are glad to do in partnership with the township and for the residents. And I'll talk about the other grant later.
Sir?
All right, thank you. There's a motion and second. Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Item 2, approve resolution 25-R-002, authorizing Thornton Township participation in the 2025 program year Invest in Cook.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote.
I don't have any discretion.
Okay.
You wanna speak on it?
That would take long.
The Invest in Cook grant is something that we've done over the number of years as part of the program that President Preckwinkle expanded in order to be able to invest in our local bridges and roads and to improve the driving conditions within Cook County. As many people may not be aware of, in Cook County, south suburbs have the longest transportation route for those going to and from work. And so Invest in Cook allows us to begin to try and focus our dollars in improving, well, we put together a plan, the first 100-year plan. And in that plan, Invest in Cook allows us to give dollars to communities, municipalities, to help them to be that bridge, to help them to improve their bridges, their roads, and local municipal parts within their government in terms of roads and bridges to improve the life and the driving conditions and the commute of our residents. And so the township is applying for some of those dollars, and so consequently, we came tonight because tomorrow is the deadline, and I want to thank you for having a special meeting so that it was able to get in. There are 2 other grants, but I think I should talk about those in the other part. All right.
All right, thank you. All right, call the roll.
Trustee Wiedeman,
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed.
All right, next item, 3, approve ordinance 25-0033, related to establishing a whistleblower protection policy for Thornton Township.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All right, any discussion?
If I may, the board has requested this ordinance. And the reason for this ordinance is to essentially notify the employees of what their protections are and to just basically put all of the state laws sort of into one ordinance so that it's an easy reference and just to let the employees know that they are protected if they want to be a whistleblower, if there's something that they have to report.
And I would like to encourage the employees to please read it.
And I guess I'll discuss, it's just, we wanted to put this on here a while back. If you see something, say something. If you're asked to do something that you know is wrong, illegal, unethical, there are protections in place. You can't say no.
Roll.
Trustee Wiedeman,
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed.
Item 4, approve ordinance 25-004, adopting an ethics ordinance and policy for Thornton Township. Is there a
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All right, any discussion?
If the board would like, I can just
Make a quick statement about this ordinance as well. And essentially, this ordinance came about because there was an inquiry as to whether the township had an ethics ordinance. I do believe that the township probably passed one back in the early 2000s when this was originally required, but it wasn't able to be found for whatever reason. So just to make sure that everybody knows what the ethics policies are as required by state law, and to update the ethics ordinance, it's, we thought it would be a good idea to give you guys a brand new ordinance to approve, to make it clear that the township does have an ethics policy and what those policies are. And it does relate to, certain prohibited political activities and reporting of things that, that somebody finds to be a potential violation of the ethics ordinance. And an establishment of an ethics commission and other items in there.
All right, thank you. Any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman,
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed.
All right, item 5, approve ordinance 25-005, amending Thornton Township's paid leave policy for part-time and seasonal employees of Thornton Township.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I just want to, just a little comment. This is based around the new law that requires us to, give sick time and paid leave to all employees. So all this ordinance is doing is putting us in line with the state law that's been put forth.
Yes, the state law as well as the county ordinance.
Correct. All right, any further discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Wiedeman,
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed.
All right, next, under new business, item 1, emergency approval of this agreement with
Constangy.
Constangy Brooks Smith and Prophete, LLP.
Motion.
Second?
Discussion. All right, call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
All right, item 2, emergency approval of this agreement with Arete Advisors LLC.
Motion.
Second?
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
All right, item 3, approval of upcoming events.
I would like to make a motion to permanently remove these from the agenda.
Second.
All right. Any discussion? I'll call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Item 4, senior lawn care bid package 2025. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All right, any discussion?
Yeah, so this, go ahead.
Just to be clear, is that a motion to approve?
For,
TV.
no, for them to go out to bid. This is for the department to send
For the lawn.
the bid
Right.
out. Yes.
Right.
So, yeah.
So yes, this is a motion, yeah, to approve, a motion for
Okay,
the.
thank you.
Right. So I just want to, as part of discussion, so the packet that we're approving is what they'll use to go out to bid. No, the bidding process hasn't been done yet. That'll start after this meeting. Once the bid goes out, we'll get them back in. The board will then make a decision. These companies, as far as it sits right now I can't say what happens, after the election. However, as it sits right now, this will only cover a contractor cutting for, what did we say, May, September, and October. The summer when the kids are out of school, the kids, as it sits now, will be cutting, but what we're approving is the bid process for the companies to come in and start and end when the kids can't cut.
Yep, and only for the bid process.
Right.
All right. Any other discussion? Any further? Okay. Call the roll.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
All right, item 5, motion to approve April 8th, 2025 annual town hall meeting agenda to be held at Thornton Township Building, 333 East 162nd Street, South Holland, Illinois. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second?
All right, any discussion? Ready to call the roll, please?
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Item 6, discussion and possible action to move public comments to the beginning of the agenda.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All right, any discussion?
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
All right, item 7, motion to approve Township Lobby Day 2025 in Springfield, Illinois for attendance and expenses for attendees. Supervisor, trustees, assessor, deputy assessor, general assistants, 1, special projects, 1. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just want to, just a question. This is a one-day event, right? So the township would cover the expense for registration and one night hotel? Okay. I just wanted,
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Item 8, motion to direct the HR director and accountant to audit the township's comp time liabilities. Is there a motion?
I'll motion.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All right, call the roll, please.
Trustee Wiedeman,
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed.
Item 9, approval of contract with Civic System, Cassell. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
So as to this one, if I may,
There were basically 3 different pricing options presented to the board. And I have had an opportunity to individually discuss the pricing options with the board members that are present here today. And the board members have indicated that they would go with option 1, which is the 3-year upfront cost with the monthly cost of $400 for a term of 36 months, and over the 3 years, it'd be $14,400. So my suggestion would be to make a motion, or to do an amended motion to approve the agreement with option 1.
I would like to make an amended motion to approve the agreement with option 1.
Second.
All right. Any discussion further? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman,
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed.
All right, next item on the agenda is closed session.
I would like to make a motion.
Call.
Second.
and just for the record, it's to go into closed sessions for the items stated
On the agenda, which include litigation, employment matters, and the other matters as stated on the agenda, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman,
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed to go into closed session, 6:47. Okay.
By the way, if you appreciate local news like this, especially if you are local to Lansing, Illinois, you should subscribe to our local news email. Subscribing is the most consistent and convenient way to get all the local news we publish. Click on the link in the description below and sign up today. Thank you.
And circulate them, and we'll slate whoever gets the most signatures. Well, that only works for primary elections, and they missed their deadline for requesting a primary. You want to sit close to the middle? She won't bite.
But don't test me.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back.
Always come.
Has there been any process for this year's budget? Is there any community engagement?
They're still trying to work things out. You know, new boards coming in.
Right.
Yeah, so kind of wait. I don't.
But the swearing in isn't until mid-May, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks isn't enough.
Yeah.
Together a budget.
So.
I really like the way that you laid out last year's, explaining the whole process. I just wish that they'd let you do it.
So right now, they just kind of want to. They don't want
Right,
to
we're back
tie
at
it in the next board.
7:42.
Because after they tabled it,
Make
Chris
motion
Gonzalez and Jerry Jones wanted to have
to come out of closed session.
Second.
Yeah. According to Karen.
Trustee Wiedeman,
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard. Motion passed.
All right, next item, action following closed session, item 1.
I would like to make a motion to remove item 1 from the agenda.
Second.
All right, any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Item 2, possible action related to supervisor's vehicle stipend, which supervisor had received for the duration of her term.
I would like to make a motion to table that to the next meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, call the roll.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Right, next item is trustees' report. Does anybody have anything?
I do not.
Not have anything. All right, supervisor's report, next item. Nothing.
She ain't got none.
Next item is public comments.
Dan Lee?
So do you just make it right here? Because I'm usually downstairs, okay.
That's all confusing. What I'm doing.
You all have to excuse my low-tech approach. I still use pencil and paper, so bear with me. I couldn't help but notice that the attorney managed to get on the Zoom situation and communicate with us. And if our lame duck supervisor really cared as much as she claims to about the people of over which she presides over, she could have made some attempt to participate in this meeting. So it just gives you an idea about where we are right now. In addition to that, she could have at least had sent the video from her victory party February the 25th. She told everybody she was going to have. I guess that's not going to happen either. But so much for her for right now. Right now, I'm more concerned about the township, and I think that I'm hopeful that now that we're going to have some reasonable people, through all positions here in the township, also in the city of Dalton, that we can start reaching out to each other as villages and townships, and in towns rather, to start getting some programs to move us forward. I'm thinking specifically of, I saw some items about the grade level of, some where our children are not reading and not getting, the math scores up to par, and those salaries that don't match the achievement levels. So I'm hopeful that we can come up with something like a tutoring program somewhere, maybe in the whole township even. Because I did something like that for about 2 or 3 years back to 2019 all the way through about 2021 with ARP. And they have an extensive program all over the nation for tutoring children. And their main focus is to get the child before they get to 3rd grade, before they start tuning out. So hopefully we can get something like that on the agendas of here and in Dalton, and we can start working, because that is the future. We have to have proficient children, or all our children are going to fall behind the rest of the world. It's a global economy now, and they are spending much more time on the books and studying than we are here. And then also, that goes for the adults also. I don't think we spend a lot of time really paying attention to what's going on. So it's just a suggestion. And also, y'all, okay, with the citizens' comments being first or last, either way, which is fine. Basically, as long as we were ahead of the lame duck person, that filibuster actually is not that big a deal. But I would like to see something put into the agenda where we could possibly submit questions during some of the discussions of issues, because if we, by going first, we may miss something and forget something. And if we could have, maybe even 2 or 3 questions, that's a limited amount, not to disrupt the proceedings, but if we can have our input put in during these meetings, I think it'll be a lot more productive if we could get that done. And I did have a question about a couple of agenda items. The emergency approval, I must have missed that. You had emergency approval on 2 or 3 items on that first page. Is that something you all can discuss with us? Because I didn't understand that well. I saw the word emergency. I don't know if it's an emergency for you guys, emergency for us, emergency for everybody. But when I see that word, I would like to have some idea what's going on with that. And I'm pretty sure that you all are not going to tell us what went down back in the back. So I'll just move right on, and I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here. Oh, that was it? Oh, okay.
What, where do we sign? Like, we didn't, like, was it up here, downstairs, or? You wanna sign up?
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I don't have a problem.
Do I sign? No, you can. Okay, thank you.
Say your name,
Can you help us with the mic, please?
Yes.
I don't know. It's just flashing right now.
Yes, of course.
You can come up to. Please go right here, okay?
You can use this mic right
Oh, okay. So I got to bend over?
Best I got
That's
for
gonna be
you.
wild, okay.
Sit down here.
That's in Darlene Grace seat. Okay, well, first, I actually wanted to revisit an issue on the agenda because I'm extremely confused on what it means when you guys omitted Act or 10-1 or tabled it, or no, actually you took it off. So does that mean that termination for that employee is no longer on the table? I just wanted to really understand that. And also, I guess accordingly, why you guys tabled the next item. Just really wanted to have a better understanding of that. Wanted to oh, thank you. Okay, sorry. That was awkward.
Can you say your name, please?
Sure, Alicia Nichole. So yeah, I was asking about the agenda item 10A, the termination of employee A. We don't know who that is, but I kind of wanted to know why it was removed. Again, wanted to thank the trustees that do show up. I mean, it's just so obvious, where we stand, where the people stand as it relates to the supervisor and Trustee Darlene Ray, who shows up whenever she's supporting Tiffany's agenda, and when that's not the case, she's nowhere to be found. That's a slap in the face. Thank you, clerk, again, for continuing to just step up and do the right thing. Thank you, attorney. I really appreciate your input, your insight, your guidance. It's needed and it's appreciated. So thank you for that. I don't blame you for not being here either. It's just not the best environment. It's been proven, well, it is now when certain people are omitted from the process. Robert Hahn, I don't mean to pick on you, but just realistically speaking, we'd like to hear a little bit more from you. And that's just being honest. As the finance guy, the director, we don't know, if you're seeking to stay in this position, but if you are, please be more vocal when it comes to the budget, or just any financial questions. Even have a report. I'm not sure why the super or the financial director or finance person isn't on here every agenda to be giving an update, especially when we have no idea where we stand with the finances. That should be mandatory. You should be on the agenda every single time, giving us some type of snapshot of what's going on financially with us. Emmanuel, I'm gonna go back to the whole thing. Where are these videos going? Where can we see the one that you're recording tonight? We just kind of like to know, to have access to those things. I remember you were one of the main vendors that they were letting speak over 3 minutes, and you were heavily advocating for your payment. It wouldn't be a problem if we kind of knew what we were paying you for and where those videos wind up. I mean, I did ask you in a sidebar, but I'm asking directly during public comment, where are those videos and how can we watch them? So that's about it. Thank you, everybody. Please come out. Well, never mind. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else for public comment?
Aye.
Good evening. My name is Sharon Carter. I live in South Holland. I've been a resident for over 20 years, about 21 years. And I was asked the question, why do you come out to the meetings? Why do you go to all of these meetings? And my response was, I come to the meetings because we need to get involved. I can stay at home on my couch, I can call my friends, I can complain, or I can be here. In order for change to happen, you have to come out, participate in order to affect change to happen. And that's why I attend, come to these meetings. The last meetings I was at, I heard a young lady said we were pretty much assaulted because she was telling us she didn't have a reputation to lose. Okay, nothing to live for. Well, I do. And so, she invited us out to the parking lot. And so I said, no, I'm not going. The videos have made it around the world, which is pretty much embarrassing, the United States, pretty much. I've had people to call me and say, are you okay? I've had church members, family members, best friends say, do we need to come up there? But we shouldn't have to handle things like that. We should have integrity. And I do. I have students who look up to me. They saw me on the news. They wanted to make sure I was okay and what was going on. And so that was just a sad case for that to happen, for us to be adults, to be fighting like it was. I do have a question. Is there something that goes on when people do fight and you don't work here anymore? Are they allowed in the building? And how do they enter the building? Because I didn't feel safe the last meeting that only lasted 8 minutes, so I was pretty glad that it only lasted that long. To see that that person entered through the back door.
Yes.
Did they get wand like we did?
No.
Or what happened? So, I felt that they shouldn't come. If you're coming for business, you're a resident in the Thornton Township, and you need to take care of business, then you come here during the business hours. But during a meeting, you really should not be here. Watch online for other people's safety. Okay, so that's pretty much all that I wanted to say. I would invite other residents, don't stay home and complain, come out. I was kind of disappointed in looking at the election that took place in Dalton with all of the residents that live there, and not 5,000 people came out to vote. That place should have been packed. And I hope that this election will represent that we come out and we do vote. In order for change to happen, we have to be involved. There's nobody going to get up and lead us anywhere. We have to get together and do this. And that's for the election that's coming up in April. It's early voting now. Get up and go vote. Let's not stop sitting back talking and want to fight and carry on. Get up and let's make a change. And that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Can I just briefly address the board? Can I say one thing, Stephanie?
I just wanted to touch base on what she just said, and when Kamal did come in that meeting, on the last meeting, you guys were telling the YouTubers that we couldn't be in here, and he's an employee that was let go from you guys for fighting, and he was the one that was one of the threats. And we, the resident, have not been a threat to her or her safety or security. So it was odd that he was actually able to be inside of this room when you guys tell everybody else they have to go downstairs. Right. Like you have people that's on the camera right now that's downstairs watching, that they're not a threat. You understand? So that should be changed the next meeting. Everybody should be able to come in one room for all personnel issues, because we are not the threat. The threat was with Henyard. The threat is not here anymore. So you guys should really look into that on the agenda item as well, and make sure that you allow everybody in one room, one place to handle the business. We should not be separated because of a threat that's not here anymore. So that's all I wanted to say.
Correct. Concludes public comments. That's correct. Yes. All right, next item. Anyway.
Yeah, I know I can't address everything, just, I know this isn't typically what we do at these meetings, but since I have nobody here to stop me, I feel like
Come on now.
I can address what I can.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
So the ones you had questions about, Alicia, for the 10-1, there was a resignation, so there was no need to move forward with that one. And the other one, there needs to be some research done. So pending that research, it's tabled for number 2.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. She didn't have to give that.
And just even as a whole, I mean, sometimes, as Trustee stated, there's either something ongoing, or when it just comes down to there's litigation that's already engaged, unfortunately, we just can't speak of it. So, I mean, that's kind of, where we're at with some of them. It's just, we have no choice, but we cannot speak on it. So we don't want to put the township ever in any more jeopardy, unnecessary. So that's pretty much there.
I think that's all I can
Thank you,
address just
guys.
off the top of my
Yeah.
head. I'm
Very
sorry.
nice. Thank you.
Mr. Lee,
That
the
helps.
tutoring idea is great. I do want you to know that once upon a time at our Riverdale building, we did have an after-school program. That after-school program offered one-on-one tutoring. I would hope that it would be safe to say that moving forward, those priorities may be put back in place. But I love your idea of partnering amongst the communities. These are what intergovernmental agreements are for. We spend your money wiser if we all work together. So thank you for your input. I think the tutoring is amazing, and hopefully moving forward, the new board can implement those types of things.
Stephanie, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask you a question about the LINE program. Is it for just senior citizens? Do you have to make a certain amount, or everybody get their
No.
grass cut?
There is an age and an income requirement.
Okay, I needed to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And just piggyback off what the young lady said, early voting has started. Get out there and vote. We're only voting until the 31st. April 1st is election day. Get out and vote.
Come on, Clark. All right, Clark. Yeah.
All right, there being no further business, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second?
This is handled. This is awesome.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Everett? I'm sorry. Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedeman?
Yes.
Supervisor Henyard? Meeting adjourned, 8 o'clock.
Great meeting. Thank you. Yes. Good job. Great meeting. Oh my God, was accomplished.
And I feel like I didn't have this question. I know somebody asked something else. You did a great job. Thank you.
I didn't know this.